Okay, hey. Oh, what's up, everybody? It's us, and welcome to ChallengeXpress. Choo. You are joined by the Valentines here. I am Tom, joined by my co-host, Nicole.
Hey.
What's up, Nicole?
Got a lot of feelings.
A lot of feelings?
Yeah, about this episode.
Oh, yeah, this was, this episode probably got you in your feels.
Let's just say I unfollowed Tori D.
Whoa, so are you still watching the challenge, or?
Like, really, I'm not doing well.
All right, we might have to cut this one short, everybody.
No, I'm all twisted up by this.
Big deal. So let's get right into it. Double Agents
episode. Big deal.
A big Tory deal. Big T Tory deal. Anyway, Double Agents, episode 4. We're starting off with a small little seed that sprouts into something huge that exists now. Not during the challenge, but have you looked this up? Fessy and Tori, are they in a relationship?
I looked it up. That's all I've done.
Then yes. Explain, please.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Without throwing up. Explain without throwing up.
I'm so upset because, like,
don't cry. Don't cry.
I'm so pissed because, one, Tori, like, I don't want to judge anybody, but, like, if you just called off your engagement, like, just, like, maybe you want to give it a little bit of time. 2, I have no idea if she cheated or not. She says she didn't, and I don't really care, like, whatever. But it's more about, like, you just called off your engagement, and now you're in Turks and Caicos with Fessy. Like,
okay, I didn't know that.
And so yeah, there's 2, and you know what's really funny? Where they got spotted, there's only 2 photos that exist. One of them is clearly Fessy, and you can't really see the girl he's with. And then the other photo is super blurry, but it doesn't matter because there's the other one. But the funniest part about it is it's at this bar in Turks and Caicos that I've been to.
What?
Yeah.
You can never go back there without thinking about it.
Sean was like, Tori and Fessy were spotted at Sharky's at Club Med in Turks and Caicos. He goes, that's where we were. I was like, oh my gosh. I looked at the photos. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. So, okay. So they were spotted there. What makes them look super guilty is, like, 1, the post before the season started of being like, there's no scandal. It's like, okay, now you're just planting a seed making us think there is a scandal. Like,
yeah, you know, so this is all common knowledge to you, but I don't follow Tori like you do, so I didn't even know she said there's no scandals before.
Her and Jordan both posted before the season aired saying that they're breaking up, that there's no hard feelings. This has nothing to do with the scandal. And at the time, everyone was like, what are they talking about, scandal? Now we know why they said that is because this is now the scandal that they were referring to. So door just point. So then they got spotted at Turks, and then Fessy was posting from Turks and he went live there, but he was posting and he thought he was so smart that he tagged the locations Hawaii. So then when people were like, well, we spotted them at Turks and Caicos, he's like, no, look, I was in Hawaii.
My Snapchat said it.
And it's like, anybody knows, like, I could post a photo today from when I was in Peru a year ago and be like, in Peru today, like.
Yeah, it's 2020, 2021, yeah. Sorry.
But the worst part is, like, I'm sure a lot of people were like, oh no, it couldn't have been them. He was in Hawaii, see, look. But then right before the episode aired Wednesday, he went private on his account. So it's just like very obvious guilty conscience. Tori was posting, I did not cheat on Jordan. I'm not seeing Fessy. So whatever. Like they're clearly dating. And that's fine. Like if they want to date, that's really great for them. But like
But as we know from personal experience, it's the way you do it.
Yeah, like I don't know. First of all, this is just my opinion, but I think Fessy is very boring.
Oh my God.
I mean, he's probably a nice guy, but then again, after watching this episode, I hate him. I think he's awful. Like he
never makes decisions based off of anybody else. And
yeah, like,
I understand to a certain extent it's an individual game at the end of the day. There's one winner most of the time.
He was playing dirty. He was like, it was not a cute look. So now I'm like, I don't even like Fessy anymore. And I'm like, really, Tori, this guy?
Yeah. Not like Jordan was, this great guy, but
no, Jordan obviously isn't a great guy either, but like what I did like about them is he was super goofy and like embraced her goofy side.
Yeah, where's the goofy? That's what I thought when I thought of Tori and Fessy. I'm like, Tori's gonna be like, ah! And Fessy's gonna be like,
which actually reminds me a lot about my relationship.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to disrespect your relationship.
So it's fine. It's fine. Opposites. I get it. But yeah, I unfollowed Tori because I was just like,
you don't want to see that. It's just
I was like, I don't agree with what you're doing. And also like a lot of her recent posts are like,
yeah,
she's like, whatever.
Is she changing?
Like whatever,
yeah.
Anyway, okay. Go ahead. Yeah, sure.
Siri thought I was just talking to her. All right.
What you went sure.
Yeah, Siri.
What can I do for you? The common request.
All right. So we got that out of the way. Let's let's get to the origin story behind Big T. Even though it wasn't really an origin story, it was just about Big T's heartbreaking upbringing.
Well, I think it was like origin story in the sense of like what makes you Big T today? Like why are you so positive and lovely and adorable?
Yeah, so we didn't know, obviously. I don't think anybody knew about what she went through as a child growing up. That's a lot. A lot. I can't even keep track of it all.
Yeah, I mean, basically, she had both of her biological parents are gone and
died by like 18.
And she was given away to family in the UK because
in her culture, if you give away a baby, it's considered a gift.
Not like adopting, because her biological mom had cancer and didn't want her child to see her die.
I think the father didn't want her child to see the mom, or either way, right?
Wow. Oh, that's heavy shit. Beautiful, like loved hearing about it, and then of course it has to turn into like.
It almost makes me feel like this was like a defense mechanism for Devin because we know just lost a parent. And then like you're gonna open up with Big T like this and then immediately just berate the one person here, like
so I thought after Big T told the story, Amber M was like, oh my God, that's why you're so strong. You're a strong woman. And I was like, oh, okay. And then Devin had an actual heartfelt response, whereas like Amber was just like,
yeah, Amber probably hasn't gone through something like that, so you can't really.
Tell she was just like, wow, you're so strong. And I was like, get out of here. Why are you even in here? But
you were on Devin's side.
But no, I wouldn't have. But I did think like, it was like, don't even say anything. But then Devin's was super genuine. And I was like, oh, look at Devin being human, but because he's experienced loss on the challenge, actually, right? He was filming it.
Yeah, he was supposed to be Johnny Banana's partner on Final Reckoning, didn't show up the first day, showed up halfway through the season when teams were entering like halfway through the season.
So then Devin like all of a sudden being like, Amber, get out of here, like leave. Like it's pretty disrespectful to Big T, who just opened up. Like what?
Yeah, it's just putting awkward vibes too, like uncomfortable vibes in the whole room after Big T just literally opened up. And
Yeah, like have some respect. Even if you don't like Amber, like wait.
Yeah, that was weird.
I also don't really care for Amber, but
yeah, I don't care for Amber either. But it's not like she was being annoying. Well, you think she maybe was being
a little
annoying.
annoying, but like
It's not like there was mean intentions behind it.
yeah, like she wasn't being rude. Like there was no reason for him to be like, you got to get out of here. Like
Yeah, and then like, can I get a show of hands? It's like you're really gonna make other people like, yeah, that's bullying almost.
that is bullying.
Yeah, I don't usually like to say that word, but that's like a pretty good example of like
Example of being like, hey, who else doesn't like this person? Let's all raise our hand.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's not nice.
Yeah, ostracizing her, like, yeah, making fun of the outcast, even though she wasn't really an outcast. I don't know.
And it wasn't like he was like joking around. He actually was.
Yeah, it's like, why are you so mad? Like, what?
But then, oh my gosh,
Amber hits him with the "Have you ever won a challenge before?" That was great.
Yeah, anything that comes out of Amber's mouth, I'm like,
I know, yeah.
Where are you?
Like, get on his nerves.
Yeah, like it's too early for you to drop like challenge like stats. Like get out. Right. But then Corey, no, Nelson. This is last time Josh was the one who was like, so and so just came up to me crying, and he was lying.
Yeah.
And now Nelson is like, goes up to Devin. Amber was crying.
Like, why does everyone assume everyone's crying?
No, they're just trying to like.
They're just trying to make it a bigger deal than it's.
I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are so dramatic, like, and liars.
They got no other entertainment in this challenge house. They're trapped.
Oh my gosh! But one of my favorite parts of this episode, actually, probably my favorite part of the episode, is when Nelson approached Devin sleeping, and Devin's like, is this really happening right now? And he's like, I need you to go leave and come back with a different energy. That shit was so funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
I love that. It was hilarious.
So yeah, that all happened before the daily challenge. So we get to the daily challenge. Anything else before?
Well, yeah, one other thing before the daily challenge that I think will play a role like throughout this episode, and then again later down the road. Jay being a floater, and like how that like later in the episode we see that kind of comes up again, but he admits that he's a floater, which look at his last season, like I would want to be a floater too.
Right, and I mean he's doing it because of his last season. He is one of the smaller guys in the house. He knows this. He's not an idiot. He knows he's going to get targeted eventually. That's why he said he's making as many like strong friends as possible to hopefully they'll throw him a bone like Nam, especially like a strong rookie who's not going to be like, I need to get my gold skull over friendship. So I'm going to go against Jay because he's weak.
Yeah, I think he's playing a smart/safe game.
Yeah, he's playing like the best game he kind of can. When it comes to like his size and capability in the game. It's only his second season, so
which we'll get to, but yeah, the daily challenge, which
not make an enemy out of me.
Josh is so silly.
Yeah, the daily challenge, which was a dud in some cases, but also I enjoyed it a lot. Like I enjoyed watching Devin complete it. It was really satisfying seeing the whole thing play out, but many people DQ'd.
So yeah, and then TJ laughing was obviously great.
Yeah.
But
and great for our fantasy league.
Awful challenge. Like didn't they try this out before?
Maybe people don't know how to operate drones. I really don't know. Like, why wouldn't you just like, all right, let's start off, learn the controls.
Yeah.
Forward, back, down, up.
Not hard. And then what if so only one team completed? What if no teams completed? Then what the hell would they have done?
Yeah, they're lucky Devin and Tori completed, honestly. They may I don't even know what they would have done.
Then maybe the double agents would have just stayed the same. Or whoever got the farthest.
I doubt it. That's a weird that's weird how they would do that. I would almost assume they would go again. Everybody go again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, so it's called drone control. You go underground into these sick lava tunnels. At the end of the tunnel is a code. To get to this code, one teammate is flying a drone. The other teammate has the vision of the drone, and they have to memorize this code and actually decode it on a decoding station. So it's not even about that's not even the answer key. That's just like the code key or whatever.
Yeah.
So then you have to decode it. So it was kind of difficult after even if you got to the code at the end of the tunnel, because you still had to use your brain to decode it at this decoding station. And yeah, kudos to Devin.
Driving the drone was not supposed to be the hardest part. Like that was.
Yeah, it's like people are horrible at giving directions. It's like, why not go as like slow and steady? Like this is a rock cave. Like everyone's just like go go go. Oh, you crashed. It's like
Such a mess. Oh, real quick.
Leroy's was the funniest. He was like, I can't see anything.
Oh my gosh. They all like it was nobody did even remotely well.
No.
They all completely bombed. Live medical DQ.
Oh right. Oh, excuse me.
That
Yeah,
nice.
that was kind of nasty.
That was good.
Okay. How we doing?
So Michi, had to sit out, which in a sense, like it feels like being the rogue agent is kind of nice. One, you don't have to perform in the daily challenge. Like
That's part of the fun though, competing in the daily challenges, but for the game's sake and like the alliance's sake, yeah.
I guess for the game's sake or for like the viewing sake, the rogue agent is so boring and like there's no I don't know, it's not really like fun, like having this rogue agent. It's kind of boring.
Yeah, I think they anticipated it to be better, maybe like this rogue agent, but literally no purpose.
No, they just don't even get screen time. They like barely don't.
They're just a leftover who gets the partner at the end.
Yeah, it's not really that exciting, but whatever.
Yeah, but Liv goes home. So yeah, these females are getting medically DQ'd. First Nicole, now Liv, and that makes everybody in the house kind of think it's going to be a guy's day.
Which is a fair assumption.
Because Michi is a rogue agent, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like we said, Devin and Tori completed. How do you like their team dynamic?
Yeah, I think they could be an extremely strong team. They're both smart. Devin obviously is really smart. Tori's a fierce competitor that I no longer like. I think that they could be a really great team. And despite hating each other, they worked really well together. So
yeah, do they hate each other or is it for camera?
For camera.
Yeah, I think they have like a mutual respect for each other, but they want to entertain the audience, or at least Devin does, because you can see Devin's like, I hate you.
Yeah, the whole little clip where it's like, oh, what a great partner, but if it just wasn't you, and they're both laughing, like,
and they both say the exact kind of same thing, but in different words.
Production was like, okay, go ahead and say how, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't think it's a real rivalry. Like, I think it's just for TV. Whatever, I get it. But she's gonna leave him the second she has the opportunity. So it doesn't.
Yeah, you got to understand that, especially for a final. It seems like these challengers in the house are thinking the final will be ran in pairs.
Really?
Well, that Tori in the beginning was like, "There's no way in hell I'm running a final with Devin."
Oh, so whoever you kind of get left with at the end.
That would be the only thing that would make sense coming out of this double agent season and pairs.
That's interesting because it's like it's this dynamic game where the teams are changing throughout. But like if everybody's strategy is like, let's get out all the weak people so that way no matter who I end up with at the end, they're okay to run a final with. I think like that's how they should be operating. Like let's get anybody who I would not want to run a final with, that's who you should be getting out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You're gonna be teammates with at the end.
Yeah. After the challenge, what do we got here?
We got the club scene.
Yeah, before that, Devin Devin's killing it. Just one elimination, just won a
Yeah.
daily challenge, has a lot of power, has a gold skull, so can play this game in the purest form
All right.
when he has power.
As Josh would say, a golden skull.
Is that what he said? Oh, I want my golden
He
skull.
was a golden skull. And I was just like, I don't know why, but it just sounded so stupid.
Why is Josh so confident in a physical elimination?
I will
And
make
especially a hall brawl.
I will make fun of Josh a little bit more later on. But honestly, like throughout my notes, I just keep making fun of him. It's probably it's not nice.
Love you, Josh. Love making fun of you.
I do like him, but like everything he says is so corny.
Yeah.
Like, okay, whatever.
He has whack characteristics.
Yeah, like corny as hell.
So yeah, Devin has a strategy. Devin has his skull already. So he's playing the game like chess right now. Also a little bit with revenge, like he said. Names off his the people on his hit list, and it's about half the house.
8 people.
8 people. CT's like, all right, thank God I'm not on that.
Yeah.
But those 8 people are, they've wronged him, and they are on the other side. It's the other side of the alliance, kind of like the Big Brother alliance. Speaking of Big Brother, who's your favorite Big Brother challenger so far?
Name them.
Yeah, right? I mean, I guess going all the way back, there was Paul. I almost want to say Paul.
Oh, so far, like.
I guess, so far. I mean, Paulie, Natalie. This season, we got Fessy, Casey, Amber B, which we haven't heard from at all, and Josh. Fessy, yeah. It's lacking.
I didn't like Paulie because I hated him and Kara together. But I guess he was like entertaining and he was a pretty good competitor, so I'll give him that. Fessy's boring, but he's a good competitor. Josh is very entertaining, but doesn't really bring much to the table. Like none of them have both.
I know. Casey's too boring, but she's a good competitor.
Yeah, like none of them have the none of them are like a Wes, where like fun to watch and also good at competing, you know?
Yeah. That's why I almost want to say Paulie. It's crazy.
Yeah, but not like
by default, Paulie by default, but also Paulie when Kara is not there.
Yeah, Paulie when he wasn't dating Kara, I would say.
Yeah. But yeah, they got to do a better job casting or something because, I mean, Fessy's a dominant force. That's for sure, but that's about it.
Bring him back though, because like I wouldn't if I was production. He's boring and he's too good. So like he's gonna keep winning, and it's like, but he's not even that entertaining. Like I don't know. I
want him to take out our faves like Nelson. You know.
Yeah, I would probably not cast him again unless he gets a personality, because he's dominating each time he's on, and it's not fun to watch.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he is good with the females, so that's something he brings. Not good with the females, but females like him.
Watching him spit game is like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
It's not
so even we get to the club. He's attempting to spit game to Gabby. Keyword attempting. Gabby ain't feeling it. Gabby sees through him.
Yeah, he even said like, I don't want to be hitting on her, but Tori's taken, so I'm gonna hit on her. It's like, cool. So you actually don't really, you're just hitting on whoever's convenient.
Yeah.
Like, disgusting.
It's just like which slap. Yeah. It's fucked up.
But I'm glad that she didn't see that. I'm glad that she saw through that.
For now, I mean, who knows? I love the conversation between Devin and Tori here. They have like a serious talk.
Yep.
I love how everybody decides to have a serious talk while they're consuming drinks.
Speaking of, at the end of this club scene, Tori was
smashed,
wasted. She's like, yeah. He wants
Josh. I'm trying, Josh.
It was so, again, Tori's.
Yeah, but she's drunk. I give her a pass there.
Sure, but whatever.
Yeah, not you though.
I like the 3 safeties. So it was kind of interesting seeing like who their 3 safeties were, which is funny because Tori's one of her safeties is who she voted in. So that's
Right.
But I understood whatever. So Devin said CT, Nam, and
Kyle.
and then Tori said Anissa, Fessy, Corey, and Leroy. So I thought that was like kind of interesting, showing their cards and just kind of being
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Showing their cards, which leaves Josh and Nani, Nelson and Amber. They're kind of the teams in the middle when Tori and Devin have power, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tori and Anissa are really good friends this season.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until they said it.
Yeah.
Did you notice the security guards in the club scenes were wearing masks?
I did notice that. Yeah. So they were locking it down.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, then we get to the Josh and Jay stupid scene.
Yeah. So Josh hears from Tori, drunkenly hears from Tori that Devin is really trying to get Josh sent down into elimination. Josh goes to Casey and Jay, tells Casey, and turns to Jay and is like, "You're friends with Devin, right?" And and Jay has like the best political response ever. Not at like I am with you.
Yeah, Josh was like literally just trying to pick a fight and being really immature. And I like how Jay was like, "Nah, this isn't. I'm not doing this."
And it's like, Josh, you're only doing this because he's smaller than you.
Yeah, and because Josh needs everything to be about him. And if there's a moment where something has nothing to do with him, he needs to go create the drama.
Yeah.
So he's in the center of it because he's an attention.
Beep. Yeah. Jay doesn't back down.
Yeah.
Jay says, "I will shit on my foot in your mouth and then you're a bitch," or something like that. And then yeah, I mean that was a little scene that just kind of told you, they're kind of on the chopping block. Those two people right there, they're probably who people are looking at to go into elimination against. Josh and Jay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean we get to the elimination pretty much.
One thing that I noted, Big T gets a ton of confessionals this season.
I was also thinking the same thing. I'm like, is Big T going to a final?
She gets a ton of confessionals, which she probably, because production knows that everything she says is adorable and funny. But yeah, she gets a ton.
Yeah, even though this episode wasn't about her at all, it like made the episode about her. She was like, Tori and Anissa are close. I got to keep my eye on that. It's like, why are we hearing that when this episode's not about you at all? I like hearing it, but why?
Yeah, I don't know. Everything she says is just entertaining. But yeah, we get to the chamber and then elimination, basically.
Oh yeah, the chamber. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say about that. Nelson and
Corey. I really like Corey and Nelson this season. It's just, again, like seeing their growth and stuff, and like, I don't know, but obviously they're changing for the better. But like, I loved how Corey was just not even like disrespectful about it, but just very matter of fact. He's like, I think Amber's here just to party, and she's also the smallest girl in the house. So like, yeah, like
Nelson, what were you thinking?
Yeah, and I like how like it's a negative thing to him to be there to party, because there was a time where he was just there to party. So it's kind of cool to see him being like, "Oh, you're just here to party. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with you. Like, I'm trying to win." So I like that.
Yeah, good point. Corey's got to get a win under his belt. 8th season. I like how it says how many seasons they've done under their name during the confessional.
Yeah, he's got to get one.
Yeah. So yeah, we get to the scene of the elimination and soon realize it's gonna be a headbanger and somebody's going down the hall tonight.
Dude, I wanted to see. Tori was so excited, and I just really wanted to see that.
It just run through Amber.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really sucks to be in power on this elimination because TJ wouldn't tell you what elimination it was.
So, do you think that's ridiculous? Because I feel like in the past they always told you what elimination it was before you made a decision.
Yeah, it does feel new what they're doing.
Yeah, I didn't think that this had ever happened, at least recently. Like, they always say, all right, this is going to be a guy's elimination. Who do you choose? You know what I mean? Like, I thought that it was really kind of like, I don't know, if I was Tori and Devin, I would have been pissed. I was
Almost
like,
like cheap. It's like,
yeah, it's
it's
cheap.
so hard to get an opportunity for a gold skull. And like TJ always shits on people for like not taking their opportunity. And it's like, well, how am I supposed to take my opportunity when
Yeah.
the
And
guy
then
next to me doesn't want to go into a hall brawl against
because,
because he already has his gold skull?
and I don't blame him, he would lose. That would
Yeah,
be
he would lose.
so, and he knows he would lose, and he already has a gold skull. So it just, I felt like it was really just like poor production, and also like kind of
Unfair, kind of.
it was like shady, but not in a fun way. It was like, oh, randomly, we're just not going to tell you, even though we haven't done that in years. It's like, oh, okay, like,
Yeah.
cool. Like, that doesn't make for good TV, you idiots. Sorry, I'm good.
We got angry Nicole today. So entering the crater.
Actually, I wrote TJ's bugging, not saying if it's guys or girls.
Bugging, yeah. TJ.
Bugging.
TJ's on another one right now.
TJ's on some shit right now.
Yeah. TJ's on some fugazi shit right now, man. That's some bullshit.
Oh man.
So entering the crater, we get a quick little dialogue between Tori and Fessy, which was easy to miss. I'm not sure.
Where she like was like, "You want it?"
Well, no, it was Fessy who approached her and was like, what did he say? I wrote it down. He said, "Do you want to send me in?" Tori said, "It's Nelly." Fessy said, "Then send me in."
It was verb, like you could hear it.
It was subtitled.
Oh, I missed that.
Unless they mess with the edit, but it seemed pretty legit.
Yeah. Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. So yeah, Fessy was like, "Do you want to send me in?" And Tori recognized it's your friend Nelson, and he goes, "Send me in."
Oh.
And yeah,
this is also what I don't like about Tori. It's like, ooh, I'm kind of attracted to this guy, so I'm just gonna drop all my logic, all my friends, all my alliances, and I'm just gonna do whatever this guy that I think is cute wants. That's
love is blinding.
That shit is stupid.
And yeah, you're so right, because it was their alliance against each other tonight. Devin came out looking golden, even more golden than he already was.
Yeah, Devin's in a really good spot because everybody in the house is looking at Tori and Fessy and all of the alliances around them being like, maybe
what's this about?
I don't want to align with you because you guys clearly are putting each other before anybody else.
Yeah. So many people were surprised when they ended up voting for Fessy and Anissa.
Oh, who do you think was the most surprised?
You? I don't know. Josh?
Oh, Josh, put me in. Oh, put me in. Josh, this has nothing to do with you. Like, why are you trying to make this scene about you? And then Nani's like, Josh, shut up.
I'm feeling it's one of those, Tori, come on, put me in. What if Tori was like, all right, fine, Josh, I'll put you in. Wait, TJ, she can't do that. She already voted for Fessy, right?
1000% he didn't actually want to go in. He was literally just trying to make it about him and get attention.
How about, wow.
Yeah, he just kept doing it over and over. And Nani's like, shut up. Like, nobody is looking at you. Everybody is thinking about other stuff right now. Like, you have nothing to do.
Making this about you.
It has nothing to do with you.
Love you, Josh.
Yeah, like
yeah,
but that had nothing to do with you.
So yeah, Fessy, it's a guy's night, and you hate to see when TJ says it's a guy's night and Fessy like smirk a little bit, like, I got this gold skull.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
I mean, Nelson could give it as much as he wants, but like,
he lost to Rogan. You think he's gonna beat Fessy?
Nobody could. Who do you think could have beat Fessy? Maybe CT.
CT's maybe prime CT.
CT's in better shape this season.
He is, but I don't think he's got that quickness as a youngin. Um, Leroy, maybe. Leroy's lost to Hunter though.
Yeah, no offense, but I would say no to Leroy. I'm thinking maybe like
Nam. But
nah,
we don't know what Nam's capable of.
big. I don't know. Anyway, I hated all this.
Yeah, it was kind of a wash. First round was very close. Pretty much a stalemate in the middle. Nelson shown his strength and heart, inching forward, but Fessy is just too big and
Yeah, also ripping off the faceplate of his helmet and then shoving dirt in his face.
yeah,
And
that's messed up. That's illegal in like mixed martial arts, like actual fighting. Like you can't eye poke.
yeah, and he was eye poking. What was the most annoying was after that round, he just like no more dirty play. It's like, no, well then you should have called that round and said no, restart. Like that shit is not fair. Also, did you see Corey like cried
Yeah.
when
Corey's crying, yeah.
oh, because he knew that was it.
Yeah, and he knew how fucked up it was because Fessy is one of his like number ones in this house.
Yeah, not no more.
Oh, shit's about to hit the fan in that alliance.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
Corey's, especially because Fessy at the Nelson at the end was like, we're no longer friends. Like that's it. Yeah. And then you could see Corey's like, all right.
Yeah. Like maybe if Nelson hugged him at the end instead of pushing him off, Corey would have been like, whatever, it's cool for the sake of the house and the alliance.
I think Corey now, his goal is going to be like to get revenge for Nelson.
Yes.
It is awesome and adorable. And I wonder
what his conversation with Tori is going to be like next up, because they were former partners. Tori kind of betrayed him right there.
Yeah, Tori betrayed everybody in her alliance.
Yeah. Because
and so did Fessy. Like they both just
Who do you think would have won between Amber M and Anissa?
Anissa.
Yeah.
The only reason I say that is because I don't think Amber M is smart enough. If Amber M was smart, like a Jordan or a Wes or a Bananas, she could have like outsmarted Anissa with her like small and quickness. But I don't think she's never done an elimination. I don't think she would have been able to kind of think on the spot like that. And I think Anissa's size and experience would have dominated. But if it was somebody who was small and
it was like a Gabby, I think Gabby could be.
Well, I'm somebody small with experience, like let's say assuming Ashley was shorter, if it was like an Ashley Mitchell, I feel like she would have a good shot because she's just would be like thinking of loopholes, you know what I mean? Like, all right, let me try to like go under and like try to like get up and run faster or whatever. But
and even in the first round of Fessy versus Nelson, when Fessy jumped over Nelson, I was like, Nelson, just tag his foot so he falls, so you can get to the button first, or just do something. Break, like who cares if he gets hurt while you're messing with his movement while he's jumping over you. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, fuck you, Fessy. This was supposed to be Nelson versus Josh in a hall brawl, which would have been awesome.
I think Nelson would have gotten it.
And Nelson would have got his gold skull. Team Nelly would have been full force.
I thought Nelson did so, like, this is another example of, I just love Nelson and Corey so much. Like, they've grown so much. And at the end of this, I thought Nelson held his composure so well. Like, I would have been so pissed. I don't know if I could have done what he did. He was just like, he didn't yell. He didn't get nasty. He didn't like throw a fit. Like, he just said very clearly where where the line has been drawn, and he kept his head up and like didn't make a scene. And it was really nice to see that. Like,
he said what he needed to say. He didn't need to badmouth Fessy because Fessy doesn't matter to him anymore. He's not his friend. So, all right, see ya.
It was short and sweet. He kept his head hella high and he just walked away. And I was like, that's how you do it.
Yeah, Nelson becoming a fave.
Yeah,
Nelson wasn't already. But yeah, that wraps it up. Fessy comes out with his gold skull. So we got Fessy with the gold skull. We got Kyle with the gold skull. We got Devin with the gold skull. And we got Natalie with the gold skull. Probably going to see some female eliminations in the future 2 episodes, I would assume, to even it up.
Yeah.
We got some headbangers right off the bat. We had a pole wrestle and a hall brawl in the first like 4 eliminations, or however many there were. Yeah, a lot of physical eliminations started off. And then Fessy, okay, we get to the decision of Fessy choosing Casey as his partner.
Yeah, what was that about? Just Big Brother or?
They're friends, and I don't know if he put too much thought into it, but that is now 1 vote. Oh, actually, I was gonna say, like, as a team, now they only have 1 vote together rather than if they were split up, but all votes are individual anyway.
Yeah.
So this doesn't matter that much. But I mean, that's a good competitive team. Maybe the most boring team of all time, though.
Yeah, don't really care at all about them. So yeah, Anissa chooses Leroy.
Yeah, Anissa and Leroy, that's a pretty bad team.
Yeah, and then Michi gets left with Amber M.
Yeah, there's a drop off after Fessy and Casey.
Yeah, those are some not great teams.
I think like Leroy and Anissa will be safe, but they will have no chance of winning a daily challenge or anything.
Yeah, I bet you Cam is like, all right, Leroy, we gotta get you a new partner, like, because she's really, I feel like just trying to make it so that way Leroy gets a win, just like the season where Jordan was just trying to get Tori a win, like.
Yeah, but that was a little different because Jordan has won before, so they're both trying to get their win. I feel like.
Yeah.
They're both trying to get to the final together. I think that's their goal.
Yeah.
I didn't see what was the next on. I didn't see any preview for the next episode.
Thing always cuts it, so I don't ever know.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that wraps it up. Anything else we could think of?
No, that was all I had.
Yeah. See you later, Nelson.
I know.
It was a quick season for Nelson. Usually he's here for longer.
How many gold skulls do we have? You said 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 4 gold skulls out of 10.
Okay.
It's coming up quick.
Yeah.
And especially if you're a guy, you know the next 2 eliminations are girls, so it's like.
Well, 3 guys have gold skulls right now.
Right. So yeah, the next 2 eliminations.
Weird that they didn't do a girls elimination.
Huh?
That's kind of like a little bit unfair that they didn't do a girls elimination because now guys have had 3 chances and girls have only had 1 chance.
Yeah.
So
now, like I said, like the girls are probably going to have the next 2 eliminations, so the guys are just going to be waiting and waiting for their chance and opportunity at a gold skull.
Oh well.
Oh, it's been great.
Yeah, I was definitely on the edge of my seat this episode and also yelling.
Yes.
I'm excited to do our fantasy scoring because there's a lot of
Whoa, yeah, a lot of questions I have too. But for the recap, that wraps it up. Thanks for joining us. Tune in next week for episode 5 recap. You've been joined by the Valentines, and this is Challenge Express. Deuces.